Okay, y'all. So rumor has it that Manny Pacquiao is coming back once again. January 24th is actually the primitive date, and he will be fighting a mystery opponent. Well, the mystery is not so much of a mystery because it's early. Whoa, whew, those allergies. Rolly Romero. Yeah. So Manny Pacquiao will be back, and he's gonna be fighting Rolly. For Rolly's WBA 147-pound title. That's welterweight if you did not know. So that would be this. I can't, yeah, it's out of range. But it's the black title right there behind the green belt. So after Rolly shocked the world in beating Ryan Garcia at the Ring Magazine card in Manhattan, that I heard was abysmal when it comes to staff getting in and reporters trying to get credentialed for. But that's another story for another day. We're not going to talk bad about the Ring Magazine because they actually been putting on some great cards. I just wish that more of them were actually stateside. Hopefully this would be a ring card. I'm not too sure if it's a ring card or a PBC card. PBC, Manny Pacquiao, and Rolly do have a working relationship within the past, I think, 7 years. So maybe it's a PBC card, but that's besides the point. So Manny Pacquiao and Rolly, they're going to be setting up another fight. Manny Pacquiao, to me, actually came in and won that fight with Barrios. I think that Manny Pacquiao did enough to take Barrios out. They had that fight a draw, and what's funny is the last time that I checked Mario Barrios' record, he has ended his last two fights in draws. So I don't know. I don't feel like Mario Barrios. The fact that Pacquiao is in his mid 40s, damn near a 50-year-old, he's probably another one that we really don't know what his birth certificate says. But the fact of the matter is that Manny Pacquiao actually withstood assault from Mario Barrios at this tender age and actually hurt Barrios a few times in that fight. He should have just got the win just because. But let's just talk about him and his future opponent in January, Rolly Romero. Now, Rolly is a guy who's actually faced a lot of flack, and it's funny because Rolly was probably looked at as the worst professional boxer who could be ranked for a championship in the sport. Probably still is. He's probably the worst champion. No, actually, Barrios is the worst champion. Forget it. Anyways, so Rolly has the belt. Rolly beat Ryan, was elevated to champion once Jaron Ennis moved up to 154 pounds, and Jaron Ennis will be fighting this weekend, going up against Lima Beans. That's what I'm calling him, Lima Beans. So Rolly will be fighting Manny Pacquiao. Rolly came off of an astonishing win against Ryan Garcia. Nobody expected it coming, especially he dropped Ryan and then had Ryan running chicken around the ring. The thing that Ryan was telling Devin Haney not to do and actually was threatening Rolly to do, he had Ryan doing, which was running around the ring. So Rolly is going to be going up against Pacquiao. Pacquiao, Rolly. Now, I just want to put out a scenario, and I want you guys to think about it, right? So let's say January comes around, Manny Pacquiao goes out there and astonishes the whole world, becomes the first active Hall of Fame fighter to capture a world title, the WBA welterweight world title. Where does he go from there, right? It will obviously be on pay-per-view. It will be a show in Vegas. Everybody's going to be tuning in because the icon, you see him standing at the top of the hill like Rocky, right? He's literally the Filipino Rocky. He comes out, he does the unthinkable, and he wins his ninth world title, right? One of those world titles actually don't count. So he would really be winning his eighth world title because the IBO title is a junior varsity belt. It does not count. So he wins his eighth world title and he sits there and champions. Does he just walk off into the sunset? Not too quick, my people, not too quick. I think Manny Pacquiao's end goal is to really generate some real bucks. Because what else could he be fighting for at this point in his career? Think about it. The man's already been inducted into the Hall of Fame last June. He's made tons of money. There's been rumors that, allegedly, there's rumors that Manny Pacquiao is in some kind of financial crisis and he's going through troubles with Uncle Sam, your uncle, my uncle, all of our uncles, including his uncle, even though he is not a permanent resident, in this country. Manny Pacquiao might owe some taxes, allegedly. So, I think that if Manny Pacquiao captures this title, There's only one logical fight for him to make. And before you could even think about it, and before you try to cut me off and say, "Oh, I already know he's gonna say he's gonna fight Floyd Mayweather," no. Gervonta Davis is who he will be fighting. I'm just gonna make a bold prediction. I didn't hear anything. It's just a thought that came to mind. A few of me and my boxing friends, we have this thought too that maybe Tank could be going after his. This would be his third division. No, fourth title, not championship, because the title at 140 that he beat actually Barrios for, it was a junior varsity WBA belt to Josh Taylor, who was undisputed at the time. So it would be Tank's fourth title in a division, and who better than to fight than Manny Pacquiao? I'm predicting that Isaac Cruz is gonna dog walk Lamont Roach, and by the time he dog walks Lamont Roach, there will be no interest in Gervonta Davis versus a Lamont Roach rematch. So this would be the only logical fight to make for Tank, who isn't really interested in boxing anymore. He said that he wanted to take time to be a softer person because he has daughters, and he just wants to be a better human being, a better father, and get rid of the anger in his heart. Listen, more power to you, my brother. And if that's how you want to go out, taking out Pacquiao and actually getting the torch passed to you, because Pacquiao never got a chance to fight Earl due to the eye injury. Floyd never got a chance to fight any of the young PBC fighters, and not really got a chance. He never gave a chance to the young PBC fighters anyway. Ugas versus Pacquiao was really underwhelming, even though Ugas did beat Pacquiao and then Ugas went on to fight Earl. It really didn't, solidify Ugas or Earl. Terrence Crawford is currently the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's moved on from that weight class. He's far removed from it. So the only sense that it makes is for Pacquiao and Gervonta to fight. Now, it could happen in the summer. That would be a lot on Pacquiao. I think he might be 46 or 47. I'm not too sure about his age at that point. Tank will be 31. A 47-year-old versus a 31-year-old. How would it really turn out? Would it be entertaining for the fans? Would it garner interest in the fans? And would guys like Max Kellerman and others who are spectators in the sport, who have way larger voices than mine in the sport, will they approve of the fight or will they just trash it? Who knows? But one thing I need you guys to do is give your opinions. Like, subscribe, share. Remember, we build it from the ground up. This is something totally new. We just literally breaking ground when it comes to this channel, and we get into all the news. This, though, January 24th is the primitive date with a mystery opponent. Tiroli. Oh, those allergies, man. They crazy. But remember, share this video. Like Manny Pacquiao. He's permanently back, and he's definitely not going nowhere.